And welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Now, today's episode is once again sponsored by DD Beauty's wigs. So this is a 22-inch wig. Look at the bounce, look at the curls. I am loving it. It is giving me vibes upon vibes. Now, if you want this wig, just go to our website, shop.ddlauren.com and have a look. So we sell wholesale and retail. If you want a wholesale, just email us at admin@ddlauren.com and you get a discount. So for today's episode, we are also going to be talking about the Japa culture. Now, this is not ending anytime soon because there are also problems with people migrating with their partners. There are problems with people going back home to get married. There are also problems with Nigerians meeting themselves in diaspora getting married. Now, the major issues that people are citing now is, which are the men? The men are just whinging. Nigerian men are whinging and whining on social media right now. And we say men don't talk, but right now they are whinging. So one of the problems that they are saying is that they marry registered nurse, or those of them who go to Nigeria, bring in younger people to come here to study and then get qualification as nurses. So they are complaining about their wives. They said that these women, once they become a nurse, they are no longer submissive. Now, this conversation has been going on for a very long time because a lot of people are saying that, especially people living in diaspora, they are kind of blacklisting nurses at the moment. I don't even know why, because nursing is not even the highest earning. It's not even the highest earning jobs in diaspora. I mean, nurses make money, don't get me wrong, but because they work long hours, it appears that they are making a whole lot of money. But they have to put in the hours to get those money. It's not easy. It's like standing for 12 hours straight, sometimes 16 hours. And they have to come back home to also perform their wifely duties. Those who have kids, those who have husbands, those who have also extended family that they need to take care of, even their immediate maybe parents and all that. So it is not easy on this lady. I think one of the problems that people have, or most of the men complaining about getting married to nurses, or just getting married to Nigerian women in diaspora, or going to Nigeria to bring women. I mean, I don't even know how these men want to get married anymore, because number one, those ones getting married in diaspora are complaining that these women are too westernized. These women, they don't want to be submissive. These women are this, these women are that. So some of them actually go back home to marry a submissive woman. The idea is that they're going back to Nigeria, they're getting these women, they are going to come here and be submissive to them. They're going to come here and be the traditional African wife or a Nigerian wife. Now, one thing they don't understand is that, okay, the traditional African or Nigerian wife is a homemaker. She is not built or trained to go out there and fend for the family. The man who is looking for a traditional wife is supposed to be the one doing all those things while she's at home, making home, sacrificing her career, sacrificing everything that she needs to sacrifice to make sure that the home front is working. Now, that is the traditional wife. These men going back home to get these women, they don't want any of those. They want somebody who is going to be the traditional wife. And on top of that, go out there, work, and support the family. So the only traditional bits that they want is a woman who is taking care of, a homemaker. Basically, you're going to be a homemaker. You're going to sacrifice a lot of things. You're going to be there for your husband. You're going to take care of your husband. But at the same time, you're going out there to work and sometimes even earn as much as your husband. Because, I mean, in Nigeria, you have situations whereby women are limited to certain things because of just cultural belief. A woman would not want to earn higher than her husband, so that the husband's ego will not be affected. But once you're in diaspora, nobody's stopping anybody. You can't even stop her, because what do you have to say? She's going to leave you. So these men want the traditional things, but they don't want to provide as the traditional men. And most of them, when they go back home to get married, they bring their wives. Most of these people are cab drivers. Most of the people are security men. I mean, The thing about Nigerian men is when they come here, because they have a whole lot of responsibility, I give them credit for that. They have to take care of their immediate family, and when they now get married, they have to take care of their wives because they feel that they are the providers. So this gives very little room for development. This leaves very little room for improvement. So let's say when they get here and that entry level job is what most of them get stuck in. Maybe they just get maybe one, two, three of those jobs, and that's what they're doing. So when they're going back home to get married to that traditional woman, they are happy to say, okay, for us to get by and support, because they now understand that, let's say a man living in diaspora, he is living in a one-bedroom house. He is fine. He's going to be able to pay those bills. But once an additional partner is coming in and there's a possibility you're going to have children, that changes the dynamic of that marriage and their finances. So there's a possibility he is going to try to get her to do something, especially those ones that are going back home to get a woman who is going to be submissive. So they get these people, they train them, get them in schools, especially most times nursing. They get them to go to school and then they start working. Now let's say the power dynamic is that she's a submissive wife. She's doing everything. She's a homemaker. She's not working. She was going to school and doing all those things. Now she is working. You trained her or you helped her train to be a registered nurse. She is working 12 hours per day, sometimes 5-6 days a week, and probably earning more than you do earn, because some of these nurses, they work 3 different agencies and they are earning more money than maybe the husband who is doing security, the husband who is doing this. So the power dynamic from the financial aspect changes, but not just even from the physical aspect, because if she is working 12 hours per day and she will not be able to be that traditional wife who is going to come back from work, she's been standing all day, she's not going to come back and get into the kitchen, do all those things. I mean, if you as a man even allow your wife to do that, then you're just not a nice person. You have a problem. And most of these men have problems because as far as they're concerned, their parents' marriage was like that. Their mother, regardless of whatever she was doing, she was going to get back home, still take care of the family, take care of the responsibility. But does that make it right? That does not make it right. Now, there was a video floating on social media where this man came out and put his wife on blast, or ex-wife on blast, saying that registered nurse is a curse. Listen, I'm just going to play that video for you to understand what we're talking about.
This is my story. The question I want to ask is, has this registered nursing become a curse for Nigerians that live in the United States? Here's my experience. I've only been hearing of these stories of RN becoming lions after they get their RN degrees. But it's another ballgame altogether when you actually experience it. Yes, I've experienced this registered nursing BS in the United States. This picture showing Maureen Atusiri was my wife. We actually came from Nigeria together. We are both successful. She's successful in her job. I'm successful also in my own job. We both make good money. So we had a home together, a home in Southern California that is worth over maybe 1.2 million current value. So sometime in 2021, we decided that we should take equity line of credit. So we took out about $232,000 US dollars, $232,000 US dollars. We wanted to use this money for our children's education and, some other things that we need to take care of. Now, as soon as this woman, Maureen Atusiri, Maureen Atusere, as soon as this money got into her account, this woman now changed. She started spending the money all by herself, telling people that she's the one that paid the mortgage, she's the one that did the down payment, that I don't contribute anything into the living. Yes, she's decided to spend the money. So when I requested for my own share of the money, things got very bad. This woman actually called police on me and told the police that I threatened to kill her. Well, of course, that was a lie. Just so you know, just like I said, I earn my money. I'm a six-figure person, and then I contribute 50-50 to the house. But this lady just wanted to frustrate me, took our money, started spending it, and dictating how she wanted to live. Now, here's my evidence of being taken to jail. So, so she lied to police. If you look at this code right here, 422 PC, that is police code that says you threaten. In America, you cannot threaten to kill somebody. So that's the booking number, and that is with. So they wanted me to appear in court in Bellflower Judicial District. So that's the booking number. I have to pay so that's the bail money right there. But they had to make me pay, I think, 10% of that. So I paid about $5,000 for me to get out of jail. Well, it's very sad. It's very sad. I don't know how we got to this extent. Well, the story went like this. So you can see the evidence that the case was actually discharged by the district attorney. You can see that. DA reject. And you know why they rejected the case? Because they discovered that this woman lied. Okay, so that's the charge number, 422 PC. Okay, saying that I threatened to kill her. So all her efforts is to get me to jail, get me in prison so that she can keep the house to herself and then spend the money. I've moved out of the house. I've rented an apartment that I'm living. But I just want the world to see that we Nigerians, men, are going through a lot in the hands of these registered nurses. When you see this woman, please beware of her. Maureen Atusere. She's an Urobo. She's from Agbaro, Delta State. She is dangerous. She is fastidious. She actually went telling my children, when I requested my children come to spend the night in my own apartment, she told them that they should not come to my place because I will rape them. That was what this woman told my own children that I changed their diapers. We're going through a lot. I can't say more than this, but the question remains. Is this RN thing a curse for Nigerians? You'll be the one to answer that question. Thank you.
Now, to start with, a lot of things that couples have problem with, especially in diaspora, are properties. Because unlike in Nigeria, when a man buys a house, whether the wife's name is on that property, he can go to court and claim everything and he will get away with it. But in diaspora, as long as that woman's name is on that property, you cannot make claim to it. It has to be shared 50-50 or based on whatever percentage that if you're married, it has to be 50-50. So there's nothing you can do about it. So what happens is that most men, they don't even like buying properties in the abroad. They will say, oh, I want to invest in Nigeria. And the reasons, they would rather rent and then invest their money back home. And you find out that 95% of properties, or married couples who buy properties in the abroad, the deposits are always provided by the wife, because they will be like, let me just bring the deposit. Then you or us as a couple will be paying for the rent. That the men are happy to do that, because they are like, okay, I don't have anything to lose, and I'm still going to be paying rent. But when anything happens, they are happy to jump up and say, oh, I've been paying mortgage, or I've been paying this, or I've been paying that. But you are happy to pay rent. So in this case, according to him, he was saying that the woman said, or the woman was complaining that she was the one that brought the deposit. He did not dispute that. So it's a whole lot of problems where you see people who have different ideologies, who have different, they don't even align financially. They don't even align, like, I don't even know how people get married these days, because because marriage is supposed to be a contract. I mean, in the olden days, what I understand is a man coming to pay your bride price. They said, okay, he is ripe for marriage. And that ripe for marriage means that he wants a family of his own. Some of them will tell you, oh, I cannot be cooking every day. I want a woman to come and cook for me. Or, I cannot be cleaning this house every day. I want a woman to come and do those things. Now you are contracting a wife to do those things. People are thinking marriage has changed. Marriage has never changed. The fact that you have to pay a bride price is a contract. The fact that the woman has to give you that drink for you to drink, that is a contract. But people want to make it look as if, oh, now it's just now that marriage is a contract. No, marriage has always been a contract. I think what women are asking for is partnership, because things have moved from women being the homemaker and just sitting down there. Even if it's one cup of curry that the man brings on a daily basis, they're happy to use that and feed the family. But right now, they have equal opportunities, especially women in the abroad. They can get as much job as you. In fact, they get more opportunities because they are patient. They are happy to go through 3 years school without even having any financial success. They are happy to go through that route. But men, on the other hand, they feel, I have to show people that I arrived. I have to put things in place to make sure that people know that I am living the life. With that, they would rather get 3-4 jobs rather than actually improve themselves. So you find out that most of the times it is the women that go to school, get qualification, get better jobs. So you see two people married, whether that man went back home to get that woman to bring her over, whether he went to the village to bring her. Once she gets here and get to know people and get information and get back to school, in the next 3-4 years, you find out that the power dynamic has changed, the financial dynamic has changed, even the thinking of the two of them has changed. Now, this man is thinking, I went to the village to marry this submissive wife, and now she has, she met all these single, they always blame single parents. They always blame single mothers. They said, oh, she was mingling with one single mother and the single mother corrupted her mind. No, it is you that is in a system that you should have adjusted your mindset, your way of thinking. If you want to be successful, you have to know that there are certain steps that you need to take. It's not all about building houses in the village. It's not about, and these people are taking loans, working I knew a friend. Let me not say this story. He went back home for Christmas and he saw that most of his friends were doing better than, way better than he was doing. What he did was he came back, got so many loans, credit card, was working 7 days a week because he just dropped out of circulation. People wondering, what is going on with this person? Why are we not seeing him anymore? He bought a land, started building. He got in debt, like neck deep in debt, just to prove a point back home. Just to prove a point. So you see, that kind of person is going to take him maybe 10, 15 years. Even if he wants to improve his life, he cannot do that because of the credit card that he has to pay, because of the loans that he has to pay. And back home, they're looking at him like this successful person, but he is living neck deep in debt. Now that person goes back home to say, okay, let me get married. I need somebody to be here with me to help me with all this debt and loan. They go there, they get married to younger women who they feel will be submissive to them. They get them here and put them in school. After a certain period, you can go to school with loans. And these women, while bearing children, while taking care of their husbands, while making the home, they are going to school and getting these qualifications. And when they are qualified for these things, these men still want to control them. They still want to control the finances. They still want to say, okay, you are earning all this money now. Come and give me so that I will pay off this thing. And that my house is the rooftop. I just want to put some roof and roof the house and do all. They want these women to bring that money to use for their own benefit. Not knowing that, okay, this is an individual. This is a person with their dreams. They struggle to get this money. They struggle. Their money is not meant for your projects. Their money is meant for whatever. If they are happy to join you in that project, fine. But most of the times, these women are not happy to do that, which cause friction. So Nigerian men are lamenting. They are saying that abroad women are horrible. Now, I'm going back to Nigeria to get a wife. Those ones who come here to become tigers. So what do you guys want? That is the question I want to ask now. What do men want? Especially men in diaspora. Some of them are now saying that they don't want to bring their wife. They would rather go back home, get married, and leave their family back home, and then be sending money to them, be visiting them once a year. And these are the same people that will come online and complain about paternity, that the women are giving them children that does not belong to them. You're going back home for 2-3 weeks and you expect that woman to be pregnant, carrying your child. And then in the next 2 years, you're going back home to... what do men want? I think that should be the question. Instead of this man asking if RN is a curse, the question should be, what do this new generation of men want? So if you know this answer, let us know in the comment section, because honestly, I am confused. So let me know in the comment section if you're a man and you know what men want out of marriage, this modern day marriage. If you're going to say you want submission and you go to the village to marry one woman, then don't bring her to go to school, go to nursing school, and then you expect her now to now bring her money and give to you. That is not submission. She will not be submissive. You have a better chance marrying a nurse who is already in this country or wherever you are, and they understand. Then you can sit down, because those ones will sit down and have a proper conversation with you. If they are the traditional type, you guys will have that conversation and understanding before even getting into it. But I think that conversation is what most people don't want to have. They just want to get somebody that is naive and somebody they feel they can control. This is why they're having problems. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. And today's episode is once again sponsored by DDBC's Wigs. This is a 22-inch wig and I am loving it. You can see the bounce, you can see the shine. It is looking amazing. And if you want something like this, we sell wholesale and retail. So go to our website, shop.ditlawrence.com, and have a look. And if you want to order wholesale to get discounts, contact us at admin@ditlawrencetv.com. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.